Okay. It's a North Dallas slab foundation. We're at the back. We're at the northeast corner. You see these cracks right here on the corners like that? Those are called shrinkage cracks. Some people call them corner pops. You call it what you will, but they're pretty much normal. They're going to affect you in that termites can come into the house unannounced because they like to run in stealth mode, and it might affect you that way. And it might affect you that if the crack is large enough, it's supposed to be the span of a hand going back this way. If it's large enough, it might not hold some brickwork up, so you have to repoint some bricks and get that up. But that, in it of itself, that's not a foundation issue. And when I'm, calculating things, I use that as, I do not factor those into when I'm evaluating a foundation. Performance. Okay, the home originally had cast iron. We've added some PVC. There are some receipts available. Some of our mortar has washed out from between the brick. This is the primary bedroom suite, and so this is the north wall. This is the back of the home. And let me just write some of that notes here. You can see my method. System check. Okay. Folders. I'm getting used to my new recorder. So some of the mortar is washed out from between the brick on the north side of the primary bedroom suite bathroom by the windows. Got a little bit of separation right here between the window frames, just a little bit. None of the exterior faucets have vacuum breakers. They don't have vacuum breakers, so that they should have. The rain gutters do not discharge water far enough away. We've got level grading and drainage right in here. Now we've also got a Centricon type brand, actually, termite bait system. Those sometimes, you can buy those in package stores. The structural pest control board, I'm not doing a termite inspection, but the structural pest control board does not recognize those that have been installed by consumers. They only recognize professional installations, and those systems need to be maintained, okay, because termites operate from pheromones, and they have sex pheromones, and they got the special cologne they get out of the back of the magazines, and they got fear, warning, and food pheromones, because they're blind and they run by pheromones. So when they come over here to eat this poison, they're leaving pheromones, and they're leaving them the tracks so all their friends can find this. It goes back and it kills them. When this bait runs out, you think they're going to come all the way over here and there's, oh, store's closed, gotta go home. No, wonder what else is around here. What else is around here? Got some level grading and drainage where they built this bed up. We got some brick. We also got some siding. These bushes should be cut back so that you can see the foundation perimeter. Moving on along, we've got a cracked freeze board right there. And right here we can see we've had some moisture issues on the ceiling. Now on the patio, what we're looking for is we want a gap. Okay, it's called a weep, a screed. And we want a gap so that any moisture gets into the wall system can come out. These windows, we got storm top windows on these big picture windows on the patio. This door was unlocked when I got here. That door was unlocked when I got here. I just noticed this. I noticed it earlier, but I didn't pay any attention to it. And it doesn't work very good. They usually don't. People usually buy those at the state fair. So we know it's probably a couple years old, right? Electric receptacle outlet is not GFCI protected, and it does not have a protective cover called a in-use cover, like a little helmet or a bubble. None of the window screens on the articulate windows, on the single sash windows, single pane glass no longer meets home energy requirements. So that's definitely an update that's going to come, needs to come. should come. You're going along, lawn sprinkler heads shouldn't be closer to the structure than 4 inches. Should be closer to the flatwork than 4 inches. Sure, I can see something else going on around here. I'm kind of looking for drill holes. I think I'm finding it. I think this house has been drilled. It has. This patio's been drilled. When you see drill holes like that, you come around and you see them systematically installed. The only reason for that particular type of hole, the only reason you would modify this structure that way is drill holes so you can apply product, which is code word for poison. And the target pest, the only target pest you would have to apply product, poison, in that manner would be subterranean termites. So that tells us that we know that this house has been professionally treated for subterranean termites. We do not know that it had them. We know that it's been treated. We do not know when it was treated. We do not know who treated it. And we do not know what they treated it with. But we do know that it was treated. And it would be reasonable to assume that there was some termite activity going on in here. And the reason being is that this is usually a reactionary treatment. It's not usually a proactive treatment. If they're putting a hot tub out here or something, they're changing conditions, installing a deck, it could be a proactive treatment. But usually, when we see that, that's, you pretty much, gamble your lunch money that's going to be a proactive treatment. So this home, most likely, like most homes, has had some termites. Wood mulch next to the house. Where do termites live? In the ground? Oh, what do they eat? Dead wood. Oh. Well, what's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. That's called a clue, and you're asking for it. You're asking for it. None of the window screens are present, like I said. Moving on along. This is for the lawn sprinkler system. Those are the control wires. That's really not a very good arrangement. It's really not a very good arrangement at all. We got some mortar missing from our soldier bricks. And then these soffits. If you look up in here, these are Soffit Vents. Those are Soffit Vent grills. You look up in here and you see that they're dirty. You know that's not going to vent right. You just know that's not going to vent right. Moving on along. See if I can come out of here. This driveway is beyond the scope of this inspection, but it's cracked up pretty good. I saw some pictures earlier, and the pictures were a lot more alarming than actually over here walking on it. I mean, I'm not discounting it. Not discounting it at all. There's a couple different ways to deal with this. Someone had mentioned somewhere along the line, the piers. I'm really thinking maybe that talk to a different, talk to your engineers about your options, because it can be filled, from beneath. They call it squirting it. Replacing the whole driveway is an option as well, because if this is left to go, that's just what it's going to do. The garage car entry siding casement is in direct contact with the ground right there. That looks like a shut-off valve for a lawn sprinkler system or something. I'm not sure what that valve is for. It's turned off, whatever it is. Wood casement's not supposed to be in direct contact with the concrete because water, capillary action, water can come up and it'll cause premature rotting. And again, we got a little bit of distance there. Some of our freeze board is separating a little bit. So come on along. Like I said, I saw an earlier image of this. So they've sealed this. All right, compared to the other inspection report that I was privileged to review. And it looks like this has been sealed. And that report was 3 months old, so we've had some movement since it was sealed. Which is understandable because they fixed I also saw receipts for some plumbing leaks underneath the slab. So now, when you see those Soffit Vents, Hillbilly Home Inspection, you see that paint peeling off? That's not a bad paint job. Okay? That is indicative of a poorly ventilated attic. When you see paint peeling like that, that's a poorly ventilated attic. Now, I know that there's surface drains on this side of this house because I saw pictures of them. But what I'm seeing, all I'm seeing is, well, there's one right there. There's leaves mostly. That's regular maintenance. Moving on along. Again, poor ventilation. That's how it manifests itself. Sprinkler heads closer than 4 inches. Rain gutters discharged too close to the house. All the screens, you've got a little more cracking in here. I itemized some of this cracking. You're going to think that I itemized all of it when you see the list, but I didn't. I don't think I don't think I itemized that right there. You got a little wood rot. When the wood rot is this close to the ground, that's conducive to wood destroying insects. That's conducive to termites. They love that. That's just like caviar, incense. I mean, that's like barbecue. That's like barbecue. They smell the barbecue, they want to come on over. Got some high soil conditions all the way going to, if I can get a gross example, all the way to wood to ground contact. And then over here, the soil is higher than the foundation perimeter. So we've got that going on. Oh, more peeling paint on these, man. That's just it's just singing to me. Oh, I want to see something else over here while I was at it. I'm like that. And then the garage, you're always going to see a little more movement in the garage. But we got our freeze board, it's got some separation right there. Again, this is the west side of the home. We can see some hail damage on the water heater flue cap right there. It's a pretty old water heater though, so I don't know how old that flue damage is. Trees shouldn't be closer than 25 feet to the structure. The roots, as they grow, will cause movement. The roots, as they grow, they will rob moisture. Now, just the other day, just a little while, not the other day, but just not too far back, the problem was too much moisture. And you can have that problem too, but these trees are thirsty and they will rob your foundation. You want a good level. High soil, wood mulch. Wood mulch, what is wood mulch? Okay, dead wood. Okay, we have a hip roof with mansard details. Rain gutters, okay, are not supposed, the butt ends of rain gutters are not supposed to jam up next to the brickwork like that. There's supposed to be a 2-inch gap right there. And then this flashing is supposed to be sealed and curled in. You can see where mice have been getting in there. If they got that much space they've been getting in there, they want some more space. They want to bring, a family reunion or something, but no, mice have been in this attic. I haven't been in this attic yet, but mice have been in this attic. We should have kick-out flashing right there. This flashing should be sealed. We should have kick-out flashing. Now, the only answer, your rain gutter should not discharge directly to your roof covering. That's a deficiency. But the answer sometimes is worse than the cure, because the answer would be bringing a downspout down to this rain gutter, and then you see that downspout every day. This will cause the roof shingles in this area to wear out prematurely. It will. And then I'm looking. Okay, I thought I saw something. Moving on along. This is the only GFCI protected exterior receptacle outlet, and that's an in-use cover, like I was explaining earlier. And then anytime you have a carriage sconce like this, a wall sconce, that should have been sealed. Okay, should have been sealed around the sides. And then over here, we're starting to see some separation between the freeze board and the brickwork. We've had a little bit of movement. We got some stair-step cracks between the brick and mortar right in here. So we're, starting to see a little bit of evidence of some activity. Moving on along. I'm still looking. The drip edge flashing doesn't meet the cornice right here. This is the first bedroom. That'd be the southwest bedroom on the south side of the house, the front side of the house. But right there, the drip edge flashing does not. You got a gap right in there. Sure do. Okay. But you can see all the debris. Do not have kick-out flashing draining on the roof. You can see all that. Ah, there you are. I knew if I looked hard enough. Okay, so we got these mansard details. And You got the shingles, and then you got the edge flashing. In this case, it's the drip edge flashing. You got the fascia board, and then the soffit, and then the freeze board. You got all that. So underneath the shingles, that little metal trim right there, that trim, in this case, is drip edge. It's supposed to be lapped a minimum of 2 inches. That's not 2 inches. Is the house going to fall over? Probably not. Not because of that. Is it right? No, it's not right. It doesn't happen to be right. Okay. Moving on. Got a little bit of brickwork separation of the mortar right around these soldier bricks. And this is for the benefit of reading the inspection report. Okay. These are called sailor bricks because they, I guess they look like, sailors sailing across the ocean. And then these, are called soldier bricks because it's like they're standing up and marching. Now around this house, what I haven't noticed is and we got stair-step cracks between the brick and mortar, no weep holes. No weep holes. And any place you have, like there's wood over these windows, these fenestrations, but you just back up here just a moment. Where did you go? All the way around the house? Well, why not? It's a pretty day. It's a pretty day. Why do your inspections take so long, bud? I don't know. I got my steps in. Am I ever? I can find them. Hang on. I knew it was rare because most of these windows have wood over them. These windows have wood over. But as we come into the front entry here, anytime you're supporting brick, okay, that's the drainage line, okay? Got a little crack in the foundation right there. Anytime you're supporting brick, okay, that's the drainage plane. And we've created a new drainage plane right here because these metal lintels are supporting the brickwork. And these metal lintels are supposed to have weep holes in them. Just like you're supposed to have weep holes around here, you don't have any weep holes anywhere you're supposed to have. Got some stair-step cracks right there. So I saw the other report says recommend painting the lintels to keep them from rusting, but if they never drain the paint, they'll rust from the other side. They just will. That's what they'll do. I'm not telling you not to paint them. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that without the weep holes, it's going to be kind of futile. So there's one crack over there. We've got no fewer than 3 cracks in the foundation perimeter along this wall. These windows, you can tell that they've been sealed. This is about where we